Hey air signs, I hope you guys are doing good. Welcome to WaterBaby Tarot by BOMISpirit. I'm Rodin. I'm going to be doing the channeling and crystal reading today for May for Aqua, Gemini, and Libra. Before we get started, I just want a little disclaimer. My sinuses are funky today. I slept with the fan on because it's so freaking hot out here. So bear with me if I have to stop and clear my throat and all that stuff, okay? Sorry, is what it is. I'm just human. Anyway, so moving forward, if you're new to my channel or new to these kind of videos, I basically pull crystal decks. I pull cards from crystal decks to see what crystals are recommended for you for the month, and then I go ahead and do a tarot card reading. Now, no matter how many times I do this, I always read the descriptions of the crystals to you, even if you've been watching them over and over and over, even if you're a crystal expert. And that's the other reason I also do the tarot card reading, so that you guys can decide if it's really for you, if it's really resonating for you. These readings are very general. I'm honing in on a sign energy, which we all have the propensity for, right? So please just take it as it resonates. And if it's not for you, it's not for you. Just is what it is. Now, when it comes to crystals, these are just recommended, okay? I've been asked a lot, so you're telling us to go out and buy all these crystals? No, I'm not. I'm just giving you recommendations. You do what you want with my recommendations, right? And when it comes to crystals, there are thousands of crystals out there that do the same thing, that will help you with the same issue, obstacle, ailment, what have you. So if you're resonating with the reading, but you're not liking the crystals that come out, I would just go to Google and research what crystals do that same thing or function in that same way that really call out to you, okay? Now, it also comes to crystals, I recommend buying them in person. Of course, we can't really do that right now. Most of us can't do that right now. So you have to buy them online. That's totally fine. Nothing wrong with that, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get started, air signs. I'm gonna start with my new deck. Oh, forgot to show you the decks. So this is the one I've been using the entire time I've been doing these videos, the Crystal Wisdom Healing Oracle. We're still going to be using that one, but I'm also going to be using a second one, Crystals, the Stone deck. Both are linked below if you want them for yourself, okay? Yeah, when I got this other one, it's because the one I've been using has been a little worn, and then I got it and it was like, kind of would be fun to use both still. So I just decided to use both. Anyway. Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Libra, you're calling me, which is funny because I think I actually forgot you in the beginning. But Libra, you're calling me. They're actually showing me a shield. That's so interesting. Old school, shield. You might be feeling the need to protect yourself or stand up for yourself, defend an action in the month of May. You could also just be really getting good at your boundaries. No, I feel like you're feeling the need to stand up for yourself here. Well, crystals are good for my Libras for the month of May. You're over something. You're tired of something. You're over something. You're tired of something. I think that's why you're kind of in this defensive energy. Wouldn't be surprised if we get the Queen of Swords here in tarot reading. Well, crystals are good for my Libras for the month of May. Well, crystals are good for my Libras for the month of May. Too many. Well, crystals are good for my Libras for the month of May. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, we got Moonstone. That's the first one out. And of course, I'm going to go over all of these because with this one, I know you can't see the title of the crystal. So I'm going to go over them at the end. But Moonstone just came out. Really popular one. A shimmering protective talisman for travelers since way back. Moonstone is a dreamy white to peachy hued feldspar mineral for gazers of the sky and soul. People who need it are all you earth goddesses out there and the people you keep around who need to work on their empathy, patience, and intuition. Put it on your bedside table, in your overnight bag with your passport and eye mask. Use it under a new moon to set intentions that align with your purest, life-affirming inner child nurturing calling. Under a full moon, which belongs in the bedroom or wherever you get down. Find your natural rhythm. Okay, Libra. I actually feel it's about your intuition more than anything as to why Moonstone is coming out. You could also have Cancer. That's a big Cancerian stone in your chart. Wait. What are the new moons? So in May, we have full moon in Scorpio, and then we have the new moon in Gemini, okay? That full moon is going to be very watery. It's also a super moon. So actually, you really might want to get this for the full moon. Many of us might, especially if you're a Libra Scorp cusper. You might really want that. Again, or if you have Cancer in your chart. But anyway, yeah, Libra, I feel like you're in defense mode. I feel like you're feeling you need to stand up for yourself, but I also feel, excuse me, that there might be something that you're not quite seeing, that you're having trouble understanding, but you're really kind of over trying to understand. Ooh, Libra. Oh my. This might be a romance issue. Carnelian, one of my personal favorites. That's how it's spelled. Let's see. A cherry red. Oh, God damn it. I keep forgetting to look up that word to pronounce it properly. So it's cherry red. Used by Romans in signet rings, wax doesn't stick to it, and by modern folk to ward off insecurities. Carnelian's fiery energy helps spin us out of fearful thought cycles and into action. The people who need it are the understimulated, anybody looking to get acquainted with their fears. Hello, fear. My name is, insert your name here. We have some beautiful work to do together. Now shut the fuck up and let's do this. I love these cards. Put it wherever you want to inject some passion and confidence, i.e. your palate or your pelvis. Use it when you find your creativity or sex drive on sleep mode. Go with your guts. Yeah, I almost feel like your compass is off, Libra, and I think you're aware of that, but you're also really over a situation. So you're in this like defensive stance, standing up for yourself or pushing back on somebody, trying to push back. You're trying to push back, but at the same time, Libra, you're aware that you don't understand fully what's going on. It's almost like you don't understand their intentions or why people are coming at you or why this person's approaching you. And because you don't understand the intentions, you're just going into defense mode. Rose quartz. Rose quartz. Rose quartz is love in rock form. People who need it are the overly self-critical, sentient spiritual beings who love deeply. Those in the healing arts are those who want to be. Put it in spaces you want zones safe and sacred, held with both hands to your heart with the utmost loving kindness. Use it when you feel like you always have to be the one to have it all figured out, to work the hardest, to hold it all together for everyone else. Rose quartz gives us a pink cashmere covered platform to be soft, sweet, and open to spirit. Take care of your heart. Yeah, Libra, I keep feeling like whoever you're pushing back on, you're only pushing back because you don't have full clarity of their intentions, and you don't want to deal with anybody if you don't have full clarity. So just be mindful, like, because I think you're aware of that, but some of you might not be. Some of you guys might just be very like defensive, and you're not really sure where that's really coming from. This feels romantic. I just got to be honest. It does. It feels romantic. We got a lot of heart sacral stuff going on, and not to mention like a lot of emotions are also at play here. You're pushing back. You need to understand why. Okay, you need to understand why. What other crystals are good for my Libras for the month of May? But you're over it at the same time. To be honest, Libra, it almost feels like you're not really giving someone a chance. I hate to say it that way, but that's kind of how it feels. I mean, it's up to you. It's your prerogative, but that's kind of how it's feeling right now. All right, so we got a couple more. So Pyrite, which is another really popular one. And that's how it's spelled for my new crystal lovers out there. Pyrite, aka Fool's Gold, is a metallic sulfide mineral. It's blingy, confident vibes, and often perfect cubic structure align us with nature's power to give energy to amazing, beautiful things. Oh, sorry. Like you, baby. Oh. I don't know what's with me today. People who need it are the chronically lethargic, anybody sleeping on their potential. Where to put it? Pyrite is often used near the solar plexus or will center. Yeah, you got a lot of lower chakra energy going on here, Libra. But it works wonders anywhere you need a little boost of masculine energy. For example, on the fellas, the low abdomen, just saying. When to use it on that romantic weekend away from the kids, and whenever the energy of power through feels shrouded in dark matter, call on your core power. And then we have Tektite, another one of my personal favorites. I have a lot of favorites. What can I say? But Tektite, that's how it's spelled. Again, I'm going to go over all of these at the end anyway. Tektite describes any natural glass formed as a result of meteor impacts with our blue planet. Modern science deems the stones terrestrial in composition, but believers and ancient astronauts have other theories. Who needs it? I hail from a star in Orion's belt, people. Those currently overburdened by resentments. Oh, All right, Libra, I'm getting it. Put it on your UFO landing pad or beside your meditation cushion. Use it when gravity feels extra heavy and it's time to initiate launch, sequence, and blast off. When you're bored with Earth life and want to expand your intergalactic horizons, raise your vibrations. Yeah, I honestly feel like someone's not getting a chance here. I feel like someone is trying to approach or wants to approach. And Libra, it feels like it's you who's being defensive in the approach. It could be vice versa. Maybe someone's struggling to give you a chance, right? So just take it as it resonates. But that's what I really feel here. Like someone is very off balance. They're very defensive. They don't really have their intuition on point. They might also be very like low energy and low motivation, like a lot of insecure. I'm starting to get some insecurity going on here. And so they'd rather just kind of like push back instead of going for it and instead of giving someone a chance. With Tektite and Moonstone here, I'm also getting that for some of you, this could be a very like spiritual sort of a situation. And again, there's a lot of resistance here. I'm getting a lot of resistance. On the bottom, Ametrine. I love this one. It's so pretty. It's basically amethyst and citrine. So if you have amethyst and citrine, but you don't have Ametrine, that's fine. Just use those two crystals, right? But Ametrine, a balanced blend of amethyst and citrine. This Oso ombre stone is heady purple and fiery gold in one powerful package. Its energy is ideal for sifting through mental chatter to unearth pure inspo, which I guess is inspiration, and act on it. People who need it are the chronically indecisive Libras. It's literally written there. Libras. See, look. You don't believe me? Libras. Oh, wait. I know it does not want to focus. Focus? Maybe? Nope. Okay, it doesn't want to focus. Anyway. Put it wherever you do your best thinking. The office or the bathtub. When to use it. If a deadline is on the horizon and you need a big idea. If you can't decide on something, swipe left or swipe right. Call on Ametrine and remember, either way, everything is going to be amazing. Make your big dreams your big life. Oh, Libra. Yeah, I feel like someone's just resisting out of lower vibrational frequencies or just not really understanding the situation. For some of you, this could be a misunderstanding. I just feel like the person who's being defensive, which I do feel like is you. It can be vice versa. You can do it with another Libra, but I feel like the person who's being defensive, they're either scared, they're insecure, they don't have confidence in approaching this. They don't have the energy to approach this because they keep getting this, I'm over it, I'm over it, I'm over it, I'm over it. This could be someone that they've been dealing with for a while, which is kind of also why like I'm over it. I don't really want to do this. But clearly there's a lot of sacral, solar, and higher consciousness energy, which is why I'm like, there might be a spiritual component to this situation here. But someone's not getting a chance because someone's just over it. They don't want to try. They don't want to try. Okay, so I'm using the old deck now. And again, like I said, I'll go over all the crystals at the end. Blue lace agate. All right, yeah. See, there's a need to see the situation clearly. And from a positive perspective, like to be more optimistic about this. Now, again, you're the masters of your own life. And this could be another person who's struggling to give you a chance. So also keep that in mind. What other crystals are good for my Libras for the month of May? Yeah, there's a need to get clear on like, you know, and for some, the person is being defensive, they might just not really, might be over it because they might not really understand what they want. They just need to get clear. I just feel a major need for clarity before anything else happens and a major need for communication. What other crystals are best for my Libras for the month of May? What other crystals are best for my Libras for the month of May? Ancestralite. All right, so we got some wounding getting in the way. Most definitely. Rainbow Myonite. Now, I did see a comment somewhere where someone was saying that I used to say for the old deck, for this one, the one that I'm using right now, this one, that you can use the cards in lieu of the crystals. Yes, you can. According to, according to the bakers of this deck, that's what they indicated in the books. Like, you know, you just place it over your chakra, you sleep with it, carry it around with you. Like the card itself, you don't have the crystal. Okay. All right, so blue lace agate, Ancestralite, and Rainbow Myonite. Now I'm going to show you, I did see citrine poking out with Ametrine. That kind of makes sense. So if you're going to go with one or the other, like amethyst or citrine, I would go with citrine. But amethyst is also common. I wouldn't be surprised if you already have it. Okay. All right, so let's read these off. Oh my God, it's so hot. It's so hot. I just need to like be in a freezer right now. Okay. Why can't I turn the page? There we go. There we go. Blue lace agate. Blue lace agate connects spirit with intellect, highlighting integrity and enhances the ability to communicate effectively what is on your mind and heart. Attune to your inner being to express the fullness of who you are. Be confident when speaking in public as you have much to share. You may have been silenced in the past. Repressing thoughts and feelings causes throat problems. So speak your mind gently, honestly, and clearly. You have the gift of serenity. Use it wisely. Speak your heartfelt truth with integrity and confidence. Do not fear being judged. Expect news shortly and keep lines of communication open. Events unfold slowly. Return to basics and start again if necessary. Focus your mind and open your intuition. Your life will be long and happy. Accept your sensitive side. Expressing yourself fully releases neck and shoulder tension, thyroid deficiencies, and throat or lymphatic infections. The frequency of the stone is medium to high. Great for the throat, the third eye, the heart, and the crown. For Geminis and Pisceans, and expressing yourself fully. So like I said, there's definitely a need to just get clarity. Then number one on the to-do list in the situation, get clear. All right, get clear, get your intuition on point, get connected to spirit, connected to your higher self, and make sure you have an understanding of what you want and the reality of the situation. Then once you're there, then you can start to deal with this person in an appropriate way, because I really feel the person who's just resisting, it's because they just don't have the clarity on what they want or what the reality of the situation is, or even what to say. All right. Ancestralite. Ancestralite has been radically modified during its time in Earth. I really feel like this is where the blockages is coming from. I feel like this stone is going to help with the blockages. I feel like some of the resistance, it's definitely lack of clarity, but for some of you, it could also be about wounding, okay? Wounding around relationships and all of that, you know, typical, right? We all have it. It helps you to find the hidden treasures hidden in your past. It takes healing way back and brings forward soul learning, rolling it into the future, but letting go of the experiences that created it. Any disease you're carrying an ancient and has passed, I just heard baggage. Yeah, I just heard baggage. For some, this is just about previous relationship baggage, like actually very minor, but like needs to be addressed. Let's see. Any disease you're carrying is ancient and has passed down through the ancestral line. It relates to prevailing attitudes and forbidden emotions that have been kept firmly repressed, as well as to ancient traumas and family dramas. Sorry, this is also coming in. Some of you don't know how to say I love you. Some of you find that really hard. Or the person you're dealing with finds that really hard. Like they didn't grow up in a household where that was like spoken. So like either you or this person just don't say it, don't know how to say it. Some of you might also feel like there's strings attached to saying it. That's interesting. Anyway, that just came up really strong. Okay, moving forward. Where was that? It relates to prevailing attitudes and forbidden emotions that have been kept firmly repressed, as well as to ancient traumas and family dramas. Take note of your dreams. Family secrets come to the surface. A radical rethink is called for on all that you think you believe and allow yourself to feel. The ancestors are all those who have gone before, not just your bloodline. Heal them and heal yourself. Frequency of the stone is earthy, great for all the chakras and manifesting the gifts from the past. And then we have rainbow Mayanite. That's also one about like more about getting connected and also some healing, some karmic stuff and some baggage. Again, we all got baggage. Just depends if it's a carry-on or if it's like a few check bags, right? Rainbow Mayanite. Iridescent rainbow Mayanite bridges this world and the rest of creation. It heals unconditionally and assists the shift of a new level of consciousness. You are a leader. When you raise your vibrations, the whole benefits. De-energize old patterns, release karmic incrustations and toxic droves from the etheric body. This crystal will assist in this. Go within to find your rainbow treasure house. Raise your consciousness to build new supportive structures at every level. Recognize how your soul is maneuvering you onto your true pathway. Apparently, detrimental situations offer soul gifts. Re-examine projects and let go of those that are not for your highest good or that of others. You see things from both sides. Oh, sorry, guys. Always speak truth, no matter what the cost, but be tactful. You have natural healing ability. Focus it wisely. Letting go attunes you to a realm of infinite possibilities. The frequency of the stone is extremely high. Great for the soul star and stellar gateway, and for being a rainbow bridge between worlds. Yeah, definite need to get connected, deal with some baggage here. And yeah, God, I'm getting so many different stuff for you guys. Like as far as like scenarios go, some of you, this is just needing to clear out the baggage. Some of you need to get connected and get clear on what it is you actually want. If you want this person, if you don't want this person, some of you are just stuck between a decision of doing it or not doing it. Others, there's a fear or insecurity of if it could even work, or if an approach would be appropriate or not. Either way, we have a lot of sacral and a lot of crown energy that needs to be addressed here. Okay, all right. So I'm going to show you the crystals one last time. I almost got ahead of myself. Rainbow Mayanite, Ancestralite, Blue Lace Agate. If you already know the crystals, then go ahead and go to the tarot reading. Some people like to write them down. My sinuses. Blue Lace Agate, Ancestralite, and Rainbow Mayanite. And then you had 6 from the other deck that came out. We have Ametrine. Again, Ametrine is just amethyst and citrine. If you're going to go with one of those, I'd go with citrine. And then Tektite and Pyrite. And for those who need to write them down. Okay. And then this last 3. And a lot of these are pretty common, so you shouldn't have a hard time getting them if you want them. Moonstone, Carnelian, and Rose Quartz. Moonstone, Carnelian, and Rose Quartz. All right, Libra, let's pull some tarot cards and see who you're dealing with. Because like I said, it could be someone else who's in this state of like confusion and lack of clarity over you. Or it could be you. So just take it as it resonates. And if you're connected, because I feel like there's a lot of spirituality kind of going on here. Oh, the light changed. I just looked up and noticed. I do feel like there's a lot of like spirituality going on here. So some of you are really, really connected through your crowns. Third eye, I just heard third eye. And your third eye. So if you wear these crystals and it's them who's having the issue, it actually might help them, okay? Because you're connected. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I'm so tempted to use the sexual magic, but it's YouTube, so I won't. And yes, I'm aware other readers use them. I will use Radiant Wise. Let's start with this one. Why do my Libras need these crystals for the month of May? Hey, Bubby. Why do my Libras need these crystals for the month of May? Why do my Libras need these crystals? Yeah, definitely get these before the full moon. I'm just saying. Especially Moonstone and Carnelian and Citrine. I would, if I had to get, any of these, I'd get those 3. What crystals do my Libras need for the month of May? Yeah, I just feel like the full moon of Scorpio is going to pose some, I feel like a confrontation might come for you with this full moon Scorpio. Of course, it depends on your charts and what's going on with the situation for you personally, but I'm feeling that really strong, really strong. Why do my Libras need these crystals for the month of May? I just heard it's complicated. Is it, Libra? Is it complicated? Or it could be complicated for the person you're dealing with. It's funny. It's complicated. Why do my Libras need these crystals? Oh, holy hell. Oh my God. Oh, Libra. Oh, man. Queen of Cups in reverse. Cancerian energy. Could also be Pisces or Scorpio with the Tower. Mars. So Aries and Scorpio. Look at all that water. Then we have the Ten of Wands. Sag energy. Oh, yikes. This Tower feels really painful. It also feels really stressful. This might be the Tower that you're like, I'm over it. Like, I'm over it. I'm over it. I feel like a wave of emotion is going to hit someone with this Tower moment. And it's going to be just so stressful and overwhelming. And again, like just this hit, this blast of emotion. Like as the Tower's coming down, it's really emotions being blasted at you. Let's see what else comes out. Oh, shit. So I literally just heard drowning. I don't think anyone's going to actually drown. It's almost like someone's going to be drowning in their emotions, whether it's you or someone else. Why else do my Libras need these crystals for the month of May? Oh, that's too many, Spirit. Too many. Too many. Why else do my Libras need these crystals for the month of May? You got some interesting cards, Libra. Wow. Wheel of Fortune in reverse, Jupiter energy with the Ten of Pentacles, Virgo. Some could have a Jupiter Virgo placement, not necessarily. Oh, Libra, this looks so intense. Nine of Wands in reverse. Sag could also, with the Three of Swords in reverse, Libra, and the Ace of Pentacles. And overall, we've got a Knight of Cups in reverse. Pisces could also be water or fire. With the Sun, Leo. Okay, interesting. With the Two of Wands, Aries energy. Oh, underneath that, we've got the Four of Wands in reverse, Aries. But then the Five of Pentacles in reverse, Taurus, and then we actually have a King of Pentacles here who's gaining clarity. I feel like this is the person who's resisting. So Libra, you might not be the person resisting here, okay? It might be, if I feel like it's this King of Pentacles, but again, take it as it resonates. This person's trying to understand. This person's the one who needs like the intuition hit here, okay? Because they don't know what they want. Wow. So no one, oh God, okay. You guys are very connected because I can feel everything that I was feeling so far. I'm feeling it in both of these energies. I'm feeling it in both of these energies here. I'm feeling I'm over it over here. And I'm feeling like almost like fear and confusion, more confusion than anything else. Confusion, lack of clarity on this side. And I'm over it, emotional energy over here. This King of Pentacles is an interesting spot. This King of Pentacles has this energy. The Two of Wands with the Four of Wands in reverse and the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Do you see how confused this person is? Because Five of Pentacles in reverse, this is like a freeing energy. This is like starting to climb up out of loneliness, coming in out of the cold, feeling warm again. The Two of Wands, looking at the Two of Wands with the Four of Wands in reverse, it's like they're looking at something that's broken or that needs to break to have this. And I feel like they can't decide what to do. Do I break this foundation? Do I not break this foundation? Do I break it? Do I not break it? And they're trying to get clear. They want happiness, but the Knight of Cups in reverse, they're not budging. They're keeping themselves very closed up emotionally because they need clarity. They don't understand what they should do. They don't understand. And then we have the Queen of Cups over here, who's getting blasted with emotion, very stressed out, very much, I'm so over this. I'm so over this. There hasn't been any movement. And the other thing that's interesting to me is with this Ten of Pentacles, I actually don't think it's here. I think this is potential. I don't think this is the same foundation as this. I think this is something the king is like, do I break this? Do I not break it? Do I break it or do I try to save it? But if I break it, I could kind of be free. Like, that's where they're at. This Ten of Pentacles isn't here. This is a potential. With the Wheel of Fortune reverse, there could be Ten of Pentacles energy here, but there's no movement because this king is confused. And you're getting blasted with some kind of tower over here, Libra. I feel like you're over here. Again, take it as it resonates. And we're going to clarify that tower because we got to see what that's about. It's so stressful for you. You're just like, I don't see the point in doing this. But this could be had. This is up for grabs, but sometimes it takes two guys because the wheel needs to turn, and it's not going to turn if you're sitting there saying you're over it and they're sitting there saying I'm really confused. And then we have a Nine of Wands in reverse with the Three of Swords in reverse with the Ace of Pentacles. This energy is a giving up. Giving up the discomfort. Giving up the discomfort. I feel like this is for the king. Yet your energies are so... Oh my God, no wonder. This definitely feels spiritual. Your energies are so enmeshed with each other. I wouldn't be surprised if part of this king's confusion is that they feel your energy too. And part of you being like you're over it, you probably feel them too. You probably feel... Yeah. You feel their confusion and they feel your stress. Oh, Lord. Oh my God. You guys are so enmeshed. It's not even funny. This king has to make a sacrifice to get this. And they know it. They just don't know if they want to do it. While this queen is like, I'm over this. I'm over this. I'm so over this. Wow. All right, let's look at that tower. Oh, Libra. Making my work today. I'm going to use Witch's Tarot for this one. Tell me about this tower. Tell me about this tower. Tell me about this tower. So this king has a foundation, like, and we all have foundations in our life, you know, it's not like we're walking around with no foundations whatsoever. The current foundation this king has knows that they have to sacrifice it to get this energy, which is pretty amazing. I mean, look at that. That is beautiful. That's ultimate stability and contentment for quite a long time, right? This is like a legacy energy, just to put it in context. To get that, they have to break whatever foundations they have, or I keep wanting to say break it, which is such a weird terminology. They have to sacrifice it. They have to give it up. But what's interesting is, like, I feel like whatever is involved with that foundation, there's a discomfort about it anyway, which is why I keep getting this, like, if I break it, I can be free. If I break it, I can be free. If I break it, I can be free. The foundation's their own, whatever that entails, like their living situation, their job, maybe even a relationship, who knows? But that's their personal foundation. They have to sacrifice it to get this 10 of Pentacles energy. And you're over here as the Queen of Cups, like, I'm so fucking over this. Anyway, I'm just amazed at how enmeshed you guys are. Tell me about the Tower. Tell me about the Tower for Libra for the month of May. Tell me about the Tower for Libra for the month of May. I just heard release. Tell me about the Tower for Libra for the month of May. Let's see what we have here. Oh, shit. Shit. Oh, man. Knight of Pentacles, Virgo energy. Can also be earth or fire. I know, it just got really heavy. Ace of Cups in reverse. With the Four Swords, Libra energy and the Two of Cups, Cancerian energy. I almost feel like this king has ghosted you, Queen of Cups. Like, I actually feel like they've taken their energy, their cup, their whatever, and they've started distancing themselves into this Four of Swords energy to get clear about it. So I think that's why you're feeling like you're over it, because I think they have kind of disappeared, or they've ghosted you, or you guys haven't been talking. There's like an absence. And it's been really stressful for you because you're kind of like, you can feel their confusion, but at the same time, you're like, what? I feel like you're wondering, what is there to be confused about? But clearly they need to figure it out. With that Four of Swords and the Two of Cups energy, they need to figure it out. But you're not being patient. I'm being honest, you're not being patient about it. Tell me about the Tower. Tell me about the Tower for Libra for the month of May. Five of Cups in reverse, Scorpionic energy. That's interesting. So I'm getting regret and guilt and shame. Some heavy ass emotions. Huh. With the Three of Pentacles, Capricorn energy, and the Six of Wands, Jupiter and Leo energy. Okay, so Queens, you're not going to like what I'm about to say. But them pulling away is very needed because they're clearly confused and they need to figure out how they feel. They need to figure out what they want to do about this. Because they don't understand. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know. But I feel like once they pull away, and again, everyone works energy differently, but I don't think it's going to be too long until they really figure out, oh, I actually do want to work on this. So that Three of Pentacles energy. And you know what? Maybe it can actually be very victorious. On the bottom, we have, yep, Queen of Cups, Cancerian energy. Could also be Pisces or Scorpio. With the Knight of Cups, Pisces could also be fire or water. So that's definitely an approach here. Underneath that, we do have the Ten of Cups in reverse and the Empress in reverse. Venusian, Libra, Taurus, also divine feminine energy for me as a reader. Ten of Cups in reverse is more Pisces. Lots and lots and lots of water. They can feel how irritated you are. Like I said, you guys are very enmeshed. They feel it. They really feel it. Some of them do have to leave a foundation or some kind of family life, family situation to make this happen. But I do feel like they're going to approach you. I do feel like they will. It's just a matter of time. They have to get clear, which I think is totally valid, Libra. I think it's okay to give them some clarity, right? I think that's totally valid. But they do want to approach you. And they're coming across as a King of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. Like that's some posy energy. Posy? Who am I today? That's some positive energy. Just give them the time and space to think about it, okay? And these crystals will help most definitely if you're the King of Pentacles. Now you guys are very connected. You're very connected. I can feel both of your energies like in each other. It's so weird. It's almost like you're one energy. So also keep that in mind, Libra. Like they know how you feel, you know? And because you're connected, if you get these crystals, it will also help them, okay? All right, Libra, I wish you luck in that situation. So I'm going to go ahead and do Aqua and Gemini. Now, because of the way my phone records, I actually have to stop the recording so that, you know, it actually looks smooth and nice. So I'm going to go. But if you guys are going to leave me here, then I hope you guys enjoyed that. And don't forget to check out Vimeo and Patreon. And I will see you guys soon. Have a really great month, Libras. Namaste. All right, air signs, we're back. So let's see. Are we going to do Gemini or are we going to do Aquarius? Gemini or Aquarius? Gemini or Aquarius? Aquarius, you're calling me. Sorry, Jimmy Gems. You're gonna be last, but best for last, right? Okay. Aqua. What crystals do my aquas need for the month of May? Starting with the new deck first. I'm actually hearing Serpentine. We'll see if it comes out, but I'm hearing that. Serpentine's great stone for the sacral, for Kundalini energy, Kundalini awakenings, but it's also really great for closing cycles and starting new cycles as well, okay? Let's see here. What crystals do my aquas need? I feel like you're in the midst of a big decision. What crystals do my aquas need? You need to... Oh. I'm getting a lot of cerebral energy with you too. You might be getting a lot of downloads. I just feel a lot going on in your headspace. A lot, Aqua. Either a lot of questioning or like you're actually getting a lot of messages. There's just a lot of energy in and out of your head right now. What stones do my aquas need for the month of May? It might be overwhelming and overloading you, so keep that in mind. It might be leading to some indecisiveness, but I do feel that you're in the midst of a big decision here. Let's see what we have. Oh, Amazonite. I think that's how you say that. Amazonite. It's a really pretty stone. I'm going to go over all these at the end for those who are really new and who are just tuning in, who didn't hear my other spiel. Amazonite is a brilliant blue-green mineral named after South America's famed river. The best Amazonite comes from Colorado. People who need it are teeth grinders, anyone struggling with Mercury retrograde. Where to put it? Place Amazonite below the throat, relax your jaw, and ask for the courage to speak your truth. Use it when your inner child wants a real talk with you. Ask yourself what little you really wants from life. Does it sound like what current you would want? Oh my God, what? Hold on, guys, sorry. Does it sound like what current you would want if you could just let yourself want it? Perfect. Now say it out loud for the whole universe to hear and go make it happen. Speak from your heart. And then we also have, oh, a lot of these came out. I didn't see these other ones below. All right, so you got a lot already, Aqua. So I do think you got a lot going on in May. Blue calcite. Dreamy, calming blue calcite is the fresh from the meditation retreat vision board making hippie of the calcite family. People who need it are people who stare up at the ceiling worrying about the future at 3 a.m. Yeah, you have so much in your head or coming in and out of your cerebral space. In the month of May, it's overwhelming me. I'm sure it's overwhelming you. It's like you need to make sense of some of it. Put it on your bedside table. Use it when stress is the enemy. Freaking out is not a prerequisite for accomplishment. Deadlines aren't death sentences. Stress will extinguish your creativity and crush your dreams if you let it. Call on the calming, focused energy of blue calcite to remind you to put stress in its place. Far away from the joy of the process and the delight of dreaming big, act on your dreams. Okay, you're either getting a lot of information about your purpose, or you're having a lot of thoughts coming up about what it is you really want, but it's just so much. It's just so much. I just think you need to like sit and have the space to make sense of it. And then we have these other two that came out, Bloodstone, another awesome stone. Oops, excuse me. Yeah, I feel like it's wearing you out. Bloodstone is an earthy green. Oh, it's another word I can't say. Keep forgetting to look that up. Okay, so it's earthy green and splattered with activating red jasper. In the Middle Ages, some believe the red splotches on the stone surface were the blood of Christ. People who need it are the constantly overworked and completely drained by the soul-sucking machinations of modern life, like Capricorns. Could be a cusper, not necessarily. Put it wherever you do the most important work, spiritual, physical, and psychological. Use it when you're totally blood dry and it's time to get into your body and start feeling your damn self. Sleep, get some exercise, take nourishment, and call on Bloodstone to drag your ass out of the house to face the day. Chin up, head high, power up your vitals. And we have Aragonite. Argonite. Like iron. Oh, I don't know that word. All these words I'm struggling with today. Patinade? Anyway, I'm skipping that sentence. It's not important. It's just describing what it looks like, and you can see what it looks like. Argonite forms in geometric bursts called star clusters. It also occurs in the exoskeleton of stony corals and the shells of most mollusks, protecting the squishy and fishy inside. People who need it are anyone who's feeling out of alignment or in need of a major reset. Where to put it? Meditation cushion adjacent. When to use it, when it's time to retreat to your shell or step out of it. If you want to be square with the outside world, first you've got to get square with your inside world. Call on Argonite to help set a healthy, sustainable balance. Find your center. Yeah, you're getting overwhelmed with your mind in the month of May. Wouldn't be surprised if it's more towards like the new moon in Gemini, because that's going to affect their signs without a doubt. And I feel like it's about what you really want to do. It's about all the things you really want, what you want to get done. I feel like it's just like your purpose, really. But you're letting the thoughts overwhelm you, or you're trying to just make it all happen so fast that it's throwing you way off kilter, okay? So I think you just need to take some time to sit and siphon through some stuff. What other crystals are good for my aquas for the month of May? What other crystals are good for my aquas for the month of May? Let's see. And then on the bottom, we have Solasite. Very cool looking one. Solasite is a super vibey, icy white stone that forms in needle-like bursts. People who need it are the up all night. Yeah, again, this up all night lingo. Up all night worrying about the coming singularity types. Brave explorers of beautiful dreamscapes. Put it under your pillow before bed, wherever you want to establish an impenetrable chill zone. Use it when it's time to take your sleepy hygiene to the next level. Put down the phone, pick up a book, a paper one, sip a chamomile tea, slather on the lavender oil, and wait for some rapid eye movement and those dreamy messages marked important by your subconscious. Dive into your dreams. Yeah, there's a need to relax. Aqua, relax, siphon through your thoughts, get your mind kind of quiet after you've absorbed your thoughts here, and decide what you want and decide what's best for you, and don't allow yourself to run ragged with it, okay? We're using the old deck now. What other crystals are good for my aquas for the month of May? What other crystals are good for my aquas for the month of May? Grounding wouldn't be a bad idea either, Aqua, if you get some earthy stones or just start eating more root vegetables, walking around barefoot, doing grounding exercises. I'm surprised Amethyst hasn't come out here because I feel like Amethyst would help you calm down a little bit. Let's see. Chrysocolla just came out. Kind of surprised that one's out here. Well, it's good for vitality. Chrysocolla is really good for vitality and for inner child stuff. What other stones are good for my aquas for the month of May? Yeah, I really feel like your soul's just like screaming at you what your purpose is. It's just about following it. Wow, Quantum Quattro and Garnet. Ooh, okay, Aqua. Some of you do have to release some old stuff. I'm feeling that a little bit. Black tourmaline might not be a bad idea for that. I just feel a little smidgen of that. Not a lot, just a little smidgen. I feel like this is mostly about just listening to your higher self, your inner child, and really acknowledging what you're hearing and acknowledging what you're feeling and running with it, but in a very balanced way and not being afraid to make those choices. Because for some of you, it's big choices. All right, some of you, it's some big ass choices. And it can throw you off balance. And some of you, I feel like you're almost like a race against yourself to get it done. But it's okay to do this in steps as well. All right, so let's go ahead and read these off. Chrysocolla, tranquil and sustaining. Chrysocolla encourages you to remain serene and strong during challenge or change, dissolving destructive emotional programming and increases energy assimilation. You have infinite capacity for forgiveness. Love yourself. If you cannot accept yourself, you cannot give love or accept the love of others. So heal your emotional black hole, connect to the universal love that is inside you. It never runs out. You can then give love out to the world and receive it in a never-ending flow. You need to honor your desires here. You need to honor them. I feel like some of you, it's not the Aquas, you usually do whatever the hell you want. But there's something here that's coming up to the surface that is so you and so part of your soul, but it's almost like you're holding back on going for it. Some of you are trying to do that in everything else you've been doing, but there's a need to kind of like shift into this and shift away from some of your old stuff. You're having a hard time shifting from the old and embracing the new. Some of you are trying to do all of it, and some of you are just trying to resist the new that your soul's like, hey, this is your inner child speaking. Honor this because it's important that you do so. Some of you, sorry, I'm also getting this. This is so weird because Aquas, you don't usually give a shit about what people think. I actually, some of you are worried about disappointing somebody or people. I can feel that a little bit. Some of you are having a really hard time letting go of, how do I say this? Of what you always wanted. Maybe for some of you, like your 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups needs to change. And you're having a hard time letting go of what you've always thought it would be, okay? A lot of stuff going on here. Anyway, forgive yourself. Accept with equanimity what you cannot change. Let go of hurt and rectify situations that can be healed. Be magnanimous. Remain impartial and speak your own truth, but recognize when to keep silent. Magic rituals may keep you chained to the past. There may be past life trauma to heal around being a woman. Bitterness and self-doubt have no, and if you're a man, then it's your feminine energy. Bitterness, which is about receiving, allowing yourself to receive. Bitterness and self-doubt have no place in well-being. It is good to nourish your body with self-love and gentleness. The frequency of the stone is earthy, great for all the chakras, for Taurians, Geminis, and Virgos, and loving and valuing yourself. Hold on a second. Okay. Yeah, I feel that. I feel like you're worried about how, like, what you need to do is going to affect other people. But if it's what you need to do, it's what you need to do. Quantum Quattro has amazing healing power and a dramatic effect on physical vitality. You know, this is a little bit like Sag. You might want to watch that one if you have Sag in your chart. It brings about an energetic shift and integration. You are an extremely complex person who is seeking wholeness within yourself. Examine all facets of your personality, especially those you hide from yourself or others. Accept those of value. Find the gift hidden deep within mistakes. Forgive and let go. Release yourself from codependencies and abusive relationships. Heal your inner child. Recognize the resources you have to draw on. Karmic aspects need healing. Your question is nowhere near as straightforward as it seems, so dig deep and see all sides. The power of the whole is much greater than its component parts. Once you have all the information, you are invincible and evolve rapidly. Recognize you cannot heal anyone else or influence their behavior. Enhances your own well-being. The frequency of the sun is high, great for all the chakras, for Taurians, Geminis, Virgos, Libras, Scorps, Saggies, and Cappies, and holistic healing for the soul. Oh my, Aqua. All right, so the last one is Garnet. A rejuvenating stone believed to protect against evil eye and terrifying dreams and to attract love. You are a passionate soul with a courageous heart. Be confident and constant. Let go of your inner demons, taboos, inhibitions, and fantasies. Recognize self-doubt and expand your awareness in all that you can be. Virtue matters to you. You are capable of great devotion to a cause or relationship and have a strong survival instinct. Take action now. A mystery is solved. You have courage. There is a way out. Turn a crisis into a learning challenge. If danger approaches, stay calm. You are protected. Be emotionally honest with yourself and others. You may attract a partner for sexual healing. Make no long-term commitment as it may fizzle out once the purpose is fulfilled. Finding an appropriate outlet for your passions and emotions creates well-being. The frequency of the stone is medium. Great for the root, the sacral, and the heart. For Leos, Virgos, Cappies, and Aquas. And expressing your soul's passion. Yeah, Aqua, this is about embracing you, your purpose, not being ashamed of it, not allowing it to run you ragged, and not trying to do that and all of the old stuff as well. I feel like for some of you are having a really hard time letting go of what you thought your purpose was. And you can have more than one purpose. Yeah, this is feeling so much like Sag. You can also have more than one purpose, obviously. But for some of you, it's realizing what your true purpose actually is, and what you've been doing hasn't exactly been aligned to what your purpose is. And for some of you, it is about getting back in touch with your emotional body to understand that, and mostly through your inner child and inner child healing there. I am getting also some sexual abuses coming up. Feeling a little bit of that. But anyway, let's go ahead and get the tarot card reading. But for those who like to write down the crystals, if you got the crystals down, go ahead and move on to the tarot card reading. But for those who like to write them down, Chrysocolla, Quantum Quattro, and Garnet from the old deck. And with all this, like, you know, releasing and owning, like I said, Black Tourmaline might not be a bad idea. Might not be a bad idea. All right, now from the new deck, we have, come on. Solicite, Aragonite. There's lots of different Argonite out there. So whatever type of Argonite calls out to you, there's all kinds of colors out there for Argonite. Bloodstone. And blue calcite and Amazonite. So I'm just gonna hold that up for a little bit longer for those who are writing them down. All right. Okay, Aqua. Let's go ahead and see why you need these crystals. I'm actually gonna use I think it's Crystal Visions. I think that's the name of this one, Crystal Visions. Again, all the decks that I have are linked below. Why do my Aquas need these crystals for the month of May? I'm also hearing March. Something in March might be coming up this month, or something that happened in March may be coming up. Why do my Aquas need these crystals for the month of May? Also hearing October. Wow, okay, March and October. Why do my Aquas need these crystals for the month of May? Okay. Nine of Pentacles in reverse, Virgo energy. Some of you might be coming in or out of singlehood, wondering about that. But I'm also getting like, you feel like you're losing your independence, or you're worried you're losing your independence, which is terrifying for an Aqua. You need your independence. You need that. You need that. But it's clearly not here, or you're afraid you're going to lose it, or that you've already lost it. Why do my Aquas need these crystals for the month of May? Wow, Chariot in reverse, Cancerian energy. I gotta be honest, guys. This is feeling like a lack of, like a fear of commitment. Sorry, just guys. Yeah, this looks like a fear of commitment. We have Ace of Cups at the bottom. Oh, Aqua. Lovers in reverse, Gemini energy. This is screaming lack of commitment, like screaming fear of commitment, lack of commitment. Don't know if I want to do this. I think I want to break away. I don't know. I love you, Aqua, but this is like a typical Aqua problem. We all got our thing. We've all got our thing. Why do my Aquas need these crystals for the month of May? Why do my Aquas need these crystals for the month of May? Okay. Why do my Aquas need these crystals for the month of May? And now we have Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn energy, could also be earth or water. Usually this is considered the perfect spouse or the perfect partner. Male or female, doesn't matter. But typically this is someone who is partnered. But not always, but typically. Overall, we do have the Fool in reverse. Fear of going there. Fool in reverse. Aries could also be Aquarius because there's a Uranus card. And we've got the Four of Wands in reverse. Aries energy. Two of Wands. Aries. Yeah. Ace of Swords in reverse. With the Nine of Cups. I'm sorry, Aqua. I don't mean to laugh. Piscean energy. This is screaming fear of commitment. To me. Screaming fear of commitment. Fool in reverse with the Four of Wands in reverse. You've either had a pattern of being terrified of commitment or terrified of relationships. To me, this is almost like coming out of one. So some of you might be coming out of a connection with another one approaching, or you're wondering if you should leave one. Interesting, because Libra had something similar. Wondering if you should. And then you're at this crossroads of, do I do this? Do I not do this? Do I do this? Do I not do this? Either do I stay here in this relationship, or do I elevate it to the next level, or do I jump into a relationship? So take it as it resonates, because for some of you, it's about leaving a relationship because you're afraid of commitment, or you're afraid of staying committed. You're afraid of losing your independence. Some of you, it's fear of elevating a relationship. Others, it's fear of starting one, all in the name of independence. You want to hold on to your independence no matter what, which I think everyone should, to be honest with you. Like, no matter what relationship you're in, it's like, you always need to have a sense of yourself and a sense of an independency. It doesn't, like, when you get into a relationship, it doesn't mean getting lost in it, right? But some people have that pattern. So Aqua, you're just terrified of losing your independence and your freedom when it comes to relationships. And you're at a crossroads right now regarding that. Or someone you're connecting to has an issue with that in regards to you. And again, it's one of three. It's, do I leave this relationship because I feel like I've lost my independence? Do I elevate this relationship, but I'm terrified to because I'm worried I'm going to lose my independence? Do I start a relationship? I'm terrified to because I'm worried I'm going to lose my independence. And with the Ace of Swords in reverse and the Nine of Cups, you're not clear on it. You're not clear at this crossroads moment, because that Nine of Cups, that's you being very content in your own way. And it's really about, what do I really want? What do I really want? What is my soul telling me I want? What is my soul urging me to do? For some of you, your soul might be urging you into a relationship or to stay committed. And your fear is like, I don't know. Some of you, your soul's like, look, you're in a relationship that's too enmeshed or too codependent and you need your freedom. So take it as it resonates, because it's going either way. Like, whatever situation you're in, your soul's telling you one thing and your head is telling you another, but you don't have full clarity on the situation here because there's fear mucking up your clarity. All right? And it's the fear of losing your independence. I'm curious about this Queen of Pentacles. It seems like this Queen of Pentacles is just like, like right here on the side. Whether this is you or someone else, I'm kind of curious. Let's look at her. She's kind of like commanding attention. This might be the other person. This is someone who's very captivating and I feel like requires attention. So again, Aquas, take it as it resonates, but I feel like this is the person on the other side of the table here. I feel like, you know, most of this is about fear of losing my independence, but they know the other person they're dealing with requires attention, requires nurturing, that a relationship requires. And I think where this fear is coming from is like, are they going to be codependent with me or are they not? And if you're already in a committed relationship, this fear is coming up and it just needs to be dealt with, and you just need to figure out exactly what it is you really want. Do you want to stay in a relationship with the current needs of this person, whether the needs are too much or appropriate? You need to decide what's real. Is your fear real, or is your fear just fear? Your fear is usually just an illusion, right? But it's about figuring out what you really want. But let's look at this Queen. I'm going to use Gilded. Tell me about this Queen of Pentacles. And they deserve attention. Sorry, I want to keep talking about this person before I get cards out here. This person does deserve attention. They deserve it. And you recognize that. So again, if it's vice versa, it's vice versa. And you are the Queen of Pentacles and someone's freaking out about their independence in regards to you. They deserve attention. But they also require it. It's just a matter of, is the attention more than you can give? Does it really infringe on your independence, or are you just terrified that it will? Make that distinction. Tell me about Queen of Pentacles. Tell me about Queen of Pentacles for Aquarius for the month of May. Tell me about Queen of Pentacles for Aquarius for the month of May. Tell me this Queen of Pentacles energy. Tell me about this Queen of Pentacles energy. Let's see what we have here. Oh my. I'm not liking where this is going, guys. We have Four of Cups, Cancerian energy with the Queen of Swords in reverse, Libra. Could also be air or water. There's a removal here. So we have an energy that's like terrified of losing their independence. And we have a Queen of Pentacles here who deserves that attention and demands it. But with this, like, I don't know if I want this energy. Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles. Tell me the Queen of Pentacles. Wow, 10 of Wands in reverse, Sag energy. Someone's being let go. It almost feels like this queen is walking away. Wow. Yeah, it almost feels like this queen's walking away. This queen might sense your fear of commitment. And so they're like, well, if they're that afraid of giving to me or staying with me and giving to me, maybe I'll just leave because I know what I deserve. You know, it feels a little bit like that. Nine of Pentacles, the single card, Virgo energy, independence. Yeah, honestly, Aqua. Okay, let me get more cards out here. But the way that I'm feeling, I was gonna wait till I get more cards. I just start talking. The way that I feel about this, it's almost like self-fulfilling prophecy a little bit here, or like self-sabotage. Like someone has such a deeply rooted fear of like losing their independence, losing their autonomy in relationships that they're stuck at a crossroads and they can't decide if they should start a relationship, elevate a relationship, or leave a relationship. And the person that they're connecting with in this realm of possibility can sense it. They sense it. And it's like, well, if you think I'm going to be that codependent, or you think I don't want my own independence, I'm just going to leave. Because this queen is independent in their own right. They are. They have their own autonomy as well. So it's almost, I feel like this queen's actually getting offended and kind of like over this energy where it's like, you think you're going to lose your independence because of me? What about my independence? Like, you think I'm that codependent? Like, it's a little bit like that. This queen feels a little offended. They know exactly what's going on. And Aqua, again, it could be vice versa. You could be this Queen of Pentacles, so just take it as it resonates. Wow, this is kind of sad, actually. This is really kind of sad. Because someone is letting their fear fuck up their clarity. And it is in the realm of like, I don't want to be controlled. I want to be free. I want to be independent. And this queen's like, then why the fuck am I here? If you're so worried I'm going to control you or be codependent, like I am my own person myself. I am independent myself. That's what makes me the perfect partner card. The Queen of Pentacles is interdependent. The Queen of Pentacles is not codependent. And I think this person who has this fear of commitment is not realizing that. And this queen's like, I'm not wasting my time. Am I about Queen of Pentacles? Yeah. Now we have the King of Cups. Scorpionic energy. Could also be water or air. It's kind of a nice couple too. So I remember the Queen of Pentacles. So this person has this fear of commitment, has love for this person. They're just terrified of losing their independence. Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. And then we have the Page of Cups. Yeah. Overall, we've got the Six of Wands in reverse, Jupiter, Leo energy. So look at this. This was clarifying the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Four of Cups, Queen of Swords in reverse with the Ten of Wands in reverse. Like they're over this. They're over this nonsense. Like, I deserve attention. I deserve it. I freaking deserve it. You're so worried about giving that much to me. Like, yeah, I feel like this queen's very ticked off. And then we have this energy with the Nine of Pentacles, the King of Cups, and the Page of Cups. I feel like this person has a spirit of commitment. I feel like they're just going to tell this person, like, I need to figure this out. Like, I want to be independent. I want to be independent. And they might even have a conversation, but you might have a conversation with this person about it, no matter which person you are, the queen or the king here. But it's like, okay, you have this fear and yeah, you love me, but why do you think I'm that codependent? Or why do you think I want to control you like that? It's not going well. It's not going well. So I recommend the person who has this fear of commitment and losing their independence that they really deal with their fear, because this queen is looking at this person like, your fear is so illusionary and misplaced, and it's almost, they're taking it very personally. They're taking it a little defensively, and they're ready to go. They're ready to cut ties. But this person does have love for this queen. They do. They just have such a deeply rooted fear of commitment. Oh, that's so sad. So Aqua, I wish you luck, whether you're the Queen of Pentacles or the King of Cups. I think this is very salvageable as long as like people do their work and get their shit together with their fear and their deeply rooted stuff. And like I said, for some, it's like, it's mostly about inner child stuff. And like their soul's telling them, hey, like you should probably like be with this person. You should probably be with this person, but this fear of losing their independence is coming up. Okay. Or it can be vice versa, where they're in a relationship and they're wanting that freedom. So again, if you're the king or the queen, take it as it resonates, but I wish you luck. And again, I think it's salvageable, but some work needs to happen. some work definitely needs to happen, okay? All right, Aquas, I hope that you found that insightful and helpful. If you're leaving us here, then I hope you guys have a really great month and a great night. And don't forget to check out Vimeo and Patreon. I'll see you later, Aquas. Namaste. Hey, Geminis. All right, last but not least, let's go ahead and get into your reading here. Let's see what crystals are good for you for the month of May. By the way, happy birthday, my May Geminis. Don't forget the new moon is in Gemini. We also have Venus retrograding in Gemini, and the nodes will be switching into Gemini and Sag. So Gemini, May is going to be a very interesting month for you. Very interesting month for you. Especially if you're a Gemini rising. Yeah, especially if you're a Gemini rising, North Node, Moon, Venus. You're just really gonna feel it, Gemini. All right, so especially my Gemini stelliums, but let's go ahead and see what we got for you guys. Well, crystals are best for my Geminis for the month of May. Oh. I'm getting a blocking. What is this? You might have blocked somebody. Somebody might have blocked you. I feel like trying to forget somebody. Someone's trying to forget somebody. Whether this is you or someone's trying to forget you. I'm just getting a little hint of that. A little wave of that kind of coming in here. Wow, a lot of regret around that. Okay, I don't want to tap in that too much unless it's going to be the big theme of your reading. But let's keep going. Let's keep going. What crystals are best for my Geminis for the month of May? What crystals are best for my Geminis for the month of May? Actually, green stones are going to be really good for you. We'll see if we get any, but I'm seeing green. Like, they're showing me all these various green stones, which is screaming heart chakra to me. Oh, funny, we get one and it's not green. Topaz, but there's green topaz, so. But topaz. Topaz is the world's hardest silicone-based mineral. Its name alludes the Sanskrit word for fire. In the Middle Ages, it was believed to cure crazy. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. People who need it are anyone burning A, the midnight oil, B, the candle at both ends, C, bridges, D, all of the above. Oh shit, Gemini. Where to put it, wherever the action needs to happen. When to use it, when you're aiming in the right direction but keep misfiring. Passion is totally indispensable, but if you're not careful with it, it might burn you up. Call on Topaz to transform wild obsessions into laser-like focus and burning desires into getting things done. Increase your firepower. Holy shit. That's a lot going on in that one description. I was getting a lot of like chills as I was reading certain words and verbiage there. I think someone's got a lot of lust that they don't know what to do with. Yeah, like I keep like, yeah, a lot of lust they don't know what to do with. Someone also has a testosterone imbalance. That's coming in really strong. Whether you're male or female, someone does have a testosterone imbalance here. Let's see. Sugar lights, very pretty. I have very little of it. It's actually not too easy to get. But sugar light, again, these are all recommendations. Get whatever crystals you desire. Vibrant purple, electric magenta, void black. The surface of Sugarlight calls forth otherworldly realms, dreamy, extraterrestrial, psychedelic, and its illuminating energy encourages you to leave behind reality and visit those far out regions. People who need it are anyone who's planning an escape from the confines of space and time. Where to put it, wherever you dream, meditate, and grow your light. Use it when you're called to take your spiritual practice to, oh, someone's going through a serious awakening or ascension. Take it as it resonates. I'm getting both of the energies. Your spiritual practice to another level. It's easy to stay stuck in something that isn't working. There's a comfort to stay safe and status quo, but there's oh, sorry, I thought something was biting me. There's an unknown out there with unlimited blissed out possibilities. Ask Sugarlight to light the way there. Stretch the limitations of your imagination. Okay. I'm getting a lot of energy off this Gemini, whether this is you or someone you're connecting with. Someone has a lot of lust, like almost like an overactive sacral and solar. Might have Taurus in their chart, not necessarily, or Scorpio or Aries. Yeah, I'm just getting a lot of that, like way overdrive. I think it makes them very aggressive and very impulsive. There might be other things at play. So I keep wanting to do this because it's like, it is overwhelming. Very intense person. A lot of energy. I don't think they sleep much. I think they have trouble sleeping. They need to constantly go. Oh, this might be you because I'm getting like a constant need for stimuli. like a constant need for like to be like stimulated. Like this person can't sit still, or at least if they have to sit still, they need something to like just to focus on with their brain. Yeah, I feel like this person's prone to outbursts, whether this is you or someone else. So just again, take it as it resonates. But I am getting an awakening or ascension happening here. This person has so much energy like in and out of their body. For some, it's a Kundalini awakening. And for some, I think they're freaking out because they're not like entirely sure how to deal with it. I think this is someone you're connecting with. Again, it could be you, it could be another Gemini. So just take it as it resonates. But let's keep going. I feel like you've blocked this person or they've blocked you. I keep getting this blocking energy. Or trying to forget somebody. Gemini, you might have activated this person and they don't want to be activated, but they're activated. And I think they're not handling it well, but I don't think you're speaking to them. Again, it can be vice versa, but I'm getting that for some of you. What other crystals are good for my Geminis for the month of May? I'm actually hearing craving. I will not be surprised if we get the devil card out here. What other crystals are good for my Geminis for the month of May? What other crystals are good for my Geminis for the month of May? Wow. On the bottom we have, oh, that funny one I can't say. Astrophyllite. Astrophyllite gets its name from the Greek words from star and leaf. It forms in precise brown-orange metallic blades that contain titanium and iron. Very rare and very expensive. It's found in only a few isolated locations like Pikes Peak in Colorado and in Norway and Quebec. People who need it are anyone with a permission slip for an intergalactic field trip. Put it wherever you go to blow the lid off, like an energy vortex or Area 51. When to use it? When it's time to step out of yourself, like way outside of yourself. Call on the energy of Astrophyllite to electrify you with a superhero purpose so you can take flight. Unlock your highest potential. Yeah, whoever this is, whether it's you, Gemini, or someone else, it's like I just feel a massive surging of energy in and out of this person's body and so much going on with the sacral. And I just keep hearing testosterone. So like this might be a straight up male. And again, it doesn't have to be, but I keep hearing testosterone. And I feel a major awakening or ascension going on with this. Like just epiphany after epiphany after epiphany. Like the mind is expanding constantly. And I feel this energy of someone who needs to be constantly stimulated, I think as a baseline. And then they get hit with this. And it's like, I think this person feels crazy. Again, whether this is you or someone you're connecting with, I feel like you activated somebody, Gemini. But some of you might be having some of this yourself, okay? So let's see what other crystals want to come out here. Because they keep reminding me like someone's been blocked or someone's trying to forget about somebody and they can't. My third eye was getting itchy. Okay. Ooh, okay, there we go. Adjoit, I think that's how you say that. I apologize for my mispronunciations. Words are not my forte. Adjoit. Yeah, I'm getting so much heart. Now I'm getting a lot of heart chakra energy. Oh my God, sorry guys. My third eye is literally itchy. But now I'm getting a lot of heart chakra energy. I feel like someone's heart chakra needs some major attention. I just heard resuscitate. What other crystals are good for my Geminis for the month of May? Ooh, Mookite Jasper. I like that. So yeah, there's a lot of spirituality going on here. There's a lot of being tapped into the ether, higher dimensions. Some of you might actually be having galactic experiences. Some of you are seeing past lives, having intense visions, getting massive downloads. Just try to write it out, Gemini. You might have to take a lot of time out in May. If you're experiencing all of this stuff, you might literally have to like take time off work, make sure you're actually sleeping like 10 hours a day, meditating a lot. Like if you're having a lot of this ascension awakening, energy surging, download energies happening to you, I feel like a lot of you are getting massive downloads. It's going to affect you physically. So just take time to recover and deal with that. What other crystals are good for my Geminis for the month of May? What other crystals are good for my Geminis for the month of May? All right, now we've got, amethyst and peridot. So yeah, there's definitely some healing of the heart that needs to happen here, along with majorly connecting to higher dimensions and the ether, but doing that in a very balanced way. Again, I keep feeling like a sacral is like overactive, solar's overactive, or just too much like hormones, testosterone, lusty energy needs to be tempered or dealt with. Also, I'm getting some kundalini with that. So just keep that in mind. It's a lot, Gemini. It's a lot. So just take your time for the month of May. So let's go ahead and read these crystals off. Again, I think it's a joy. Apologize for my mispronunciations. Brings about a profound spiritual revelation. Drawing out karmic wounds, this crystal reframes cellular memory and past contracts. You are a being of infinite love and compassion. Find your core of ultimate peace and universal love. Release your toxic emotions, replacing them with forgiveness, compassion, and serenity. What you have been through allows you to appreciate the pain of another's path. Do not absorb their pain. Remain dispassionate. Detach gracefully and move on. Put down your burdens, knowing that you are a being of light. Resolve conflicts and forgive those who wound you. Give someone a second chance. Honor your promises. Find the best solution for everyone. Let your dispassionate compassion encompass all. Charity or volunteer work is indicated. Immersing yourself in the love of the divine automatically leads to health and happiness. The frequency of the stone is exceptionally high. Great for the third eye, the crown, the heart, the throat, and the soul star chakras. For Virgos and Aquas, and keeping an open, compassionate heart. Yeah, I honestly keep hearing resuscitate. Like someone's heart chakra needs to be resuscitated. It sounds a little extreme. Okay. Mookite. Mookite jasper balances inner and outer experiences. It encourages versatility and openness to new experiences, helping you to choose the right path. A powerful being, you have roots that go far back into the past. What you dreamed, you created. Reap rewards or rectify imbalances. Turn failure into a learning experience and start again. Remember to offer friendship to assist others who tread the same path. Your instinctive wisdom inspires them. Check your diet, put your skills to use vigorously. Adventurous times lie ahead, so worry not. You are protected against deceit and enemies. Recognize your strengths, stay positive and pragmatic, reject unrealistic ideas, avoid pride and despair. You have stamina, wait patiently. If two courses of action are open, go for the straightforward one. A professional challenge such as a job interview or presentation is successful. You are what you eat. Good nutrition with wholesome organic foods sustain your well-being. The frequency of the stone is earthy to medium, great for the earth star, the root, and the sacral, and for Leos and drawing on ancestral wisdom. This is going to help you with balance, okay? This stone's going to help you stay grounded through all of this energy, especially for those of you going through an ascension, awakening, or getting blasted with energy through downloads, because I do feel the downloads are going to affect you physically, okay? I do feel that really strongly. So definitely get this one just to keep your balance, all right? All right, let's do amethyst. Again, you don't have to get these crystals. They're just recommendations. Okay. A powerful protector, purifier, and natural tranquilizer. Amethyst calms the mind and balances extremes. You have an addictive personality. I gotta be honest, someone feels a little bit like, sex addict sounds extreme. I think someone just has a very robust libido. Is what I've been tapping into. Make a concerted effort to overcome such behavior or obsessions of any kind and avoid overindulgence. Balance work and play. You're prone to excess in both. Understanding hidden causes of compulsive actions brings peace. Hand your will over to your soul and allow your spirituality to flourish. Release self-defeating programs. Do not rely on others. You create anything you set your mind to. Be shrewd in business dealings. Pay attention to your family. An honest verdict and success in a court case are possible. Maintain your integrity and let the universe decide. Let go of cravings. That word, cravings, leads to inner freedom and creates well-being. The frequency of the stone is high to exceptionally high. Great for the third eye and the crown, for Aquas and Pisceans, and developing unshakable inner peace. Then we'll do peridot. Oh, I need some water. Excuse me. Okay. Peridot, frees the mind from unwelcome envious thoughts and night terrors. It is transmutative and purifying. You are deeply emotional and may possessively cling to the past or beat yourself up over mistakes. By nature, jealous, you have dark thoughts. Detoxify your emotions, learn to forgive and let go. Follow your own life path without judging yourself or being envious of others. You have the power to go through fiery transmutation and emerge transformed. Use energy wisely. Recognize how outside influences operate in your life. Develop your own protection. Learn to rely on your own inner guidance. Peridot indicates farewells and disappointment in love. Avoid jealousy. Be assertive without aggression. You have a powerful destiny and great integrity. Money is earned from your talents. Envy and jealousy harm you as well as hurting others. The frequency of the stone is earthy to high. Great for the heart and the solar plexus, for Leos, Virgos, Libras, Scorpios, and Saggies, and emotional purification. Yeah, so Gemini, whether this is you or someone you're connecting with, some of you, I'm getting both of your energies here, a lot like Libra actually. So, excuse me. So if you're Libra in your chart, or like you're connecting with someone who's Libra in their chart, you might want to watch that, because there was an enmeshing kind of happening there, and I'm feeling a little bit of that with this. Keep in mind, Geminis, you are the twins, okay? So it could be that these are different like aspects of yourself that haven't been integrated. So also keep that in mind, all right? But I'm getting a heart chakra resuscitation. I'm getting ascension. I'm getting awakening. I'm getting an overactive solar. I'm getting a high levels of testosterone, and like very specific for whoever that's for. A major need to ground and a major need to purify some of your wounds here, like purify some of your wounds. It sounds so dramatic. To deal with some wounding here. I'm also getting Kundalini energy like crazy, okay? Whew, Gemini, you are in for a month. All right, so let's go ahead and pull some tarot cards. I was tempted to use Beautiful Creatures. I won't. I'm going to use Honest Truth. Why do my Geminis need these crystals for the month of May? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't show you guys the crystals one last time. My bad. I'm sorry, Geminis, because some people like to write them down. I'm sorry. I just got so caught up in it. Amethyst and Peridot. If you already have the crystals, just go to the timestamp for the tarot reading. Amethyst and Peridot, and Ajoite and Mukite Jasper. Oh, sorry. I got sucked in super fast. But those are the four that came out from the old deck. And then from the newer deck, we have Astrophyllite, which is a mouthful, so I'm going to leave that up there for a while. Sugarlight, pretty sure that comes from Africa, if I'm not mistaken. And then we have Topaz. So I'm going to leave that up there for a bit. And remember, Topaz comes in a lot of different colors, so whatever Topaz calls out to you, I would recommend like a fiery looking Topaz, or a green, or like or something like more like light colored, if you can find that. But yeah, so like green or orange is what I would probably get. But there you go. Okay. All right. Why do my Geminis need these crystals for the month of May? Why do my Geminis need these crystals for the month of May? Yeah, and also, guys, like they keep bringing my attention to this blocking energy. Like someone's been blocked, or like someone's trying to block someone out of like their energy. Interesting. Whether this is you or someone else, someone I think has tried to do like a cord cutting, like to not be part of a contract, like a soul contract anymore. I don't think it worked. And that's they're telling me exactly. Yeah, someone tried to like do a cord cutting or cut off a soul contract. It didn't work. If that was you, I'm sorry, Gemini, it didn't work. Okay. And if you try to do that with a counterpart, yeah, that's not gonna work. If you try to do that with a counterpart, not gonna work. All right, so let's keep going. Yeah, I think someone's having a really hard time forgetting about somebody or just pushing someone out of their energy. There might be a reason for that. If that's you, Gemini, there might be a reason for that. For some of you, it's someone else who's having trouble pushing you out of their head or out of their energy. You might be invading their energy space without realizing it. So let's keep that in mind, Gemini. That can happen when like you're thinking about somebody or you're talking about somebody. You can start invading their energy for a little bit. So just be mindful. Why do my Geminis need these crystals for the month of May? Why do my Geminis need these crystals for the month of May? Wow, they want me to shuffle a lot for you guys. Why do my Geminis need these crystals for the month of May? One more. Okay. Why do my Geminis need these crystals for the month of May? Whoa. Got a lot to say, Gemini? Eight of Wands in reverse, Sagittarian energy. That's my mountain card. My mountain card. In reverse, it's the mountain. It's blocks. Blockages. What are these like imagery of like block, 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 block. Yeah, I definitely think someone either blocked you, tried to block you, or is trying to block you energetically, or you're trying to block someone energetically, and I don't think it's working. I don't think it's working. I think the goal was to forget about somebody or to move on from somebody. Not happening. Not happening. Why else do my Geminis need these crystals for the month of May? Wow. Hold on, sorry guys. Hierophant, Taurian energy. This is unfortunate. So for some, I'm also getting like pushing spirit out, actually. Almost like a rebelling against spirit. Taurus had something similar in the Patreon monthly for May. Yeah, Taurus had something really similar. Yeah, this is like trying to push spirit out, trying to push out the higher self. And again, for some of you, this is also trying to push out someone's energy because I was feeling that so strongly. There might also be something about commitments here. Like actual like governmental contracts, institutional contracts, like paperwork stuff, where there's something going awry. There might be something going awry in a contract. Okay. And again, I was getting that cutting off of a contract as well before, but for some, I'm also getting like a business deal or a marriage, something like that. There's a lot of strife going on. There's a lot of miscommunication going on there. Okay. So I'm getting a lot of messages, Gemini. So please only take what resonates. Why else do my Geminis need these crystals for the month of May? Yeah. The Gemini card, it is your major arcana. So it could just represent like you trying to push out your higher self or someone trying to push you out, because I was getting a lot of that, right? Pushing out, rebel, resist, get out, block it, just block it. But Hierophant with the Lovers, that could definitely indicate ascension. Like I said, someone's going through a massive ascension, and I don't think there's any stopping it at this point, but they're trying to. And it's like the more you resist an ascension, guys, the harder it's going to be on yourself. For some of you, this is also about a marriage. So again, take it all as it resonates, but I'm seeing all of that. Miscommunication, struggles and obstacles within a marriage, a soul contract, someone trying to sever a soul contract that didn't work, not effective. Also pushing out ascension energy, but I do feel like it's already like, it's already there. Like you're, good luck trying to push that out because it feels really intense. Now we have the Chariot, Cancerian energy. This is screaming commitment. This is screaming a connection. And again, for some of you, it's just about ascension. Someone's trying really hard to forget somebody. Why do my Geminis need these crystals for the month of May? Overall, we have 4 of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. Yep, they can't let it go. 6 of Cups, Scorpionic energy, 7 of Wands, Leo. Yep, with Temperance, Sag. Yeah, someone cannot let go of this person. They want to, like they're trying so hard, but they can't. They can't. Whether this is you or someone who's connecting with you. But look at this overall energy. 4 of Pentacles with the 6 of Cups, 7 of Wands, and Temperance here. They're trying really hard to let go of the past and forget this person, and they can't. Seven of Wands with Temperance, again, trying to push that out, trying to push out balance and reconciliation, trying to pull out spirit, trying to pull out divinity, push out divinity. Just block. I'm gonna block. I'm gonna block. I don't want this. I don't want this person. I don't want to think about this person. Just I don't want to, but I really kind of do. Wow. So again, a lot of messages. Please take it as it resonates. But I'm also getting an energy of like they're kind of peeved that they can't forget about you. Like they feel like it's like messing with their life that they can't forget about you. But at the same time, there's definitely an ascension happening. So some of you, this is just about ascension. Some of you, this is just about awakening and getting aligned. And it's hard, right? There's obstacles there. Some of you are resisting it. Someone you're connecting with is resisting it. Some of you are, actually having ascension while this person's also having one. Some of you guys are definitely counterparts. And there's no stopping it at this point. I think it's really far along. So like this person who keeps trying to like block it out or cut off this contract, they're not being successful with it, because at the end of the day, it's already underway. Look at all these majors. These are intense majors, Gem. Chariot, Lovers, and the Hierophant. This is unity in the etherical sense. And some of you, it's like, whether this is you or someone else, you could be connected with another Gemini. A lot of Gemini in energy here. At least one person's resisting it. At least one person's like, I don't want this person. I don't want this connection. I don't want this contract. I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want this. But a part of them kind of does. Their higher self does. Their higher self wants it. So the further along this ascension goes, I think the less this person's going to resist. But they're putting up a fight right now. Again, whether it's you or this person or you're both doing it, I feel two energies coming in as one. Now, again, Gemini, this could also be about you aligning in your own energy. And you're having trouble with it because it's really intense. And I do feel a resistance here. And you're having a really hard time letting go of the past, okay? So again, I know I sound like a broken record, but I really want to hit this home because I know I had a lot of messages come out for you guys. You guys make me talk a lot, Gemini. That's why I love you. You could be aligning within yourself. You could be aligning with someone else. Either way, there's resistance. For some, there's also an actual physical contract, business or marriage, something in that realm, where there's a lot of struggle, but someone's having a hard time breaking away from it, and they're resisting the right thing to do, okay? So that being said, I'm going to clarify the Eight of Wands in reverse. Let me use Cosmic for this one. Woo! Tell me about the Eight of Wands in reverse. Tell me about the Eight of Wands in reverse for Gemini for the month of May. Tell me about the Eight of Wands in reverse for Gemini for the month of May. Tell me about Eight of Wands in reverse for Gemini for the month of May. For some, those who are in like a business agreement or a marriage, something where there's a physical contract at play, I think this person's you or this person is going through an ascension or an awakening, and they're realizing the contract they have, they really shouldn't be in it. They really shouldn't be in it, but they're having a really hard time letting it go. Definitely getting that one scenario at the very least. Others are really resisting being with someone or aligning with somebody, ascending with somebody, but there's like no stopping it because it's really far along or it's like already taken place. But they're trying so hard to actually cut the cord there or to like renege, so to speak, the soul contract, and it's not working. But at deep down, well, not deep down, more like really high up, their higher self wants this contract. You know, and that's the thing, guys, like we do have free will, but when it comes to soul contracts, if your higher self is like, this contract needs to happen, it's gonna happen. So you can try your cord cuttings and all of that, but if your higher self is like, no, we're doing this, it's not gonna work. Tell me about Eight of Wands in reverse. What happens down here is different. But soul contracts, that goes up there, right? Right? Tell me about Eight of Wands in reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse. Aries could also be fire or water. And that's why this person's getting so frustrated, right? Because, yeah, sorry, I just need to talk about this for a little bit because a lot of people have asked me, how do you cut off soul contracts? Because, and we all, you know, to each their own. But for me, my understanding off of my own experience is that when it comes to soul contracts, we feel pulled to people for a reason. So even if you're upset with what's happened and you don't want to deal with this person anymore, you don't want to deal with them, but deep down, if you still feel that pull and you're like, I don't want to deal with them, but you still are getting tugged on, you can't stop thinking about them, all that stuff, there's a reason, because something still needs to transpire there. Even if you don't see what it is, even if you think it's going to be like really hard or challenging, there's a reason, and it's probably because you have a lesson to learn there, or you have some growth that can only happen by way of that contract. So you can try to like cut cords, like I said, but if your higher self is like, yo, this is a very necessary contract for what you need to do for later on, it's not going to work, and you're still going to feel pulled to that person. Because people have asked me, how come this didn't work? How come I tried cutting this cord and it didn't work? Because it needs to happen, right? And it doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It doesn't mean Spirit's punishing you. It doesn't mean that you're going through pain and unnecessarily, and Spirit wouldn't put us through pain. And it's like, no, pain's very necessary. The difficult things are very necessary to grow. You're not going to have growth if things are easy and pleasant. You're just not. And that's the whole point of some of these contracts. And some of them are to bring pleasure and happiness, right? Sorry, I just really had to talk about this because I get a lot of questions about that. So if your higher self is in agreement, you're good to go. But if your higher self is like, no, you're doing this, you're not going to be able to cut the cord. Anyway, I just had to talk about it. So clarifying the Eight of Wands in reverse, we have a Queen of Wands in reverse. Aries could also be fire or water. I feel like this says someone who's being so resistant. So resistant. Talking about Eight of Wands in reverse for Gemini. And like I said, for some of you, this is just about aligning within yourself. Yeah, Nine of Wands in reverse, Sag. I'm getting this whole like physical contract, marriage or business. Yeah, someone's not who they say they are. For those where this is you or you're connecting to somebody who has a physical contract of like marriage or business, feels more like marriage or relationship, like, you know, in that realm of things, like living together, something very serious. I think this person who's waking up is realizing that this Queen of Wands is not who they say they are. Talking about Eight of Wands in reverse. I'm seeing a lot of that sacral energy coming up. Talking about the Eight of Wands in reverse for Gemini. Yep, Four of Wands in reverse. Aries energy. Yeah, there's definitely a physical foundation here that's not working. A relationship, a marriage, a business. It's not working. It's not. And it needs to be dealt with. This is something that I think has been ongoing. And like I said, for those in that situation, you or someone you're connecting with is going through an awakening, and they're seeing this. They're seeing that it's not working, and they're seeing that they have to pursue a higher path or a higher quality connection. For some, they already know somebody, or they already know who they're spiritually connected to, and they need to get out of this faulty, fake, false foundation. Okay, I'm definitely getting that for some, but they're having a really hard time letting go of the past and doing that. Okay, and they're resisting the higher path. So I'm definitely seeing that going on here. And for those where you're just aligning within yourself, this resistance, I feel like is coming from your sacral, actually. You might have some sacral wounding there where you're pushing out this ascension. So just be mindful of that. All right, let's keep going. Tomorrow, the Eight of Wands in reverse for Gemini. Nine of Swords in reverse, Gemini energy. Tomorrow, the Eight of Wands in reverse. Ooh, interesting. And then we've got the Sun, Leo. Tomorrow, the Eight of Wands in reverse for Gemini. Ace of Wands. Yeah. Overall, damn straight, we got the Tower. Mars energy, could also be Aries or Scorpio. Also a spiritual awakening card. Not surprised that came out. Interesting. Seven of Swords. Whoa. Aquarian energy. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, Virgo with the King of Wands. Leo energy, could also be fire, air, the King to the Queen here. Yeah, so definitely there's, for some of you, whether it's you or someone you're connecting with, there's a faulty foundation here between a King and a Queen of Wands. and I feel like it's this king who's having the awakening attached to this tower. They're realizing this person is not who they say they are. Or not who they thought they were, and it's just leading to instability. And so they kind of already are being illuminated through this awakening of what they really want and what they should do. And they're realizing their soul's urging them into this energy of ascension, of awakening, and for some, aligning with someone who is on that path. And for some, this king already knows who that is. For some, they're going to realize who it is at some point or meet them along the way. But they are having a hard time letting go of the past, even though they see what they could have and what their soul's really like, hey, this is what you really want. And yeah, that's a mess. That's a mess for sure. For sure. For some, I'm getting that this king, like I said, already knows this person who they're spiritually aligned with, and it's not this Queen of Wands in reverse. But I think this king tried to break the contract and it didn't work. I keep getting a breaking of a contract, and it's just like, yeah, no, good luck with that. Like the etherical contract. Interesting. And again, for those of you where you're aligning within yourself, right? You need to align within yourself and work on your sacral, because I feel like there's wounding there that's holding you up with this ascension, where you're like, it's happening, but you're trying to stop it, or a part of you is trying to stop it. And it's a wound that's rooted in your sacral, probably around someone who was false with you, that's holding you up. Wow. Gemini, this is a lot. I love you, Geminis. But these were a lot of messages, a lot. So please just take it as it resonates. I know I was probably a little scattered, but even if you have to go back and like rewatch it, there's just a lot going on here and a lot of different scenarios that I was picking up on. So whether you have to get out of a relationship, you're waiting on someone to get out of a relationship, you're ascending, you're connecting with someone who's ascending, but they're resisting it. It's a lot. It's a lot going on. Yes, some of you are definitely connecting with someone there where it's like they're a counterpart and they're resisting their ascension, or they're trying to forget about you, block you out, breaking the contract, not working. Some of you are waiting on some of you are connected to somebody who's in a faulty foundation and like you're the counterpart, or you're in a faulty foundation and you're connecting with someone who's fake and you have a counterpart out there somewhere that you've met or haven't met. Either way, this is all about ascension and awakening and getting away from faulty shit and really honoring the healthy, spiritual, appropriate contracts and not resisting it anymore. And also bringing back your sacral and your heart online, resuscitating your heart chakra, dealing with any woundings relating to this kind of individual, if you're the King of Wands, or again, this individual from the past, if you're just ascending and aligning within yourself. Oh boy. Yeah, Geminis, a lot, just a lot. But I hope it was insightful and helpful. Don't forget to check out Vimeo and Patreon, and I hope you guys have a great month, and especially have a great birthday for my May babies out there, okay? All right, guys, I'll see you later. Namaste.